Hello?
We are here at Next Up with Thoughts podcast. I'm here with my friend and comic Jer D.
What's up?
We don't always have to look at the camera. We can just talk like
Yeah.
fucking.
Although, now that I look, I think I'd rather look at the camera, to be honest with you.
That's fair. Well, to be fair, this is the first time doing this where we've had two cameras now. Because you're also live.
Yeah, I'm live on TikTok right now.
I like how in your version of it, it's just half of me and all of you.
Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, and mine, it's like, well, I'll make sure we're both equal. There's like great lighting. And yours is like just directly at you, and then like half, not even half my arm, maybe. Alright. I see where we're starting.
Would you like me to adjust my camera?
No, it's too late. We're already in here. I don't have beer yet. I might get some whiskey after though.
Oh. I still say you should have told me to bring my bottle. I would have been like, another night at Patrick's.
Did you have you had whiskey?
I have got whiskey on hand all the time now.
Yeah, I might. After this, we might have to buy some. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
I'm down, dude.
And wait, you just came back from?
I was in Montana all summer.
I'm in California, but I always have a Montana. That's really gay.
Well, you'd be the authority on that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm gay as fuck. You know this. Oh, I turned gay now during the lockdown.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I'm actually.
Well, it's no secret to us. We were waiting for you to catch up.
Why do you think I'm calling Andy today? No. So you've been in Montana this whole time. Isn't comedy still a thing? Like.
Yeah, but like, I can't go do it there though, because like my mom's high risk, my sister's high risk. So like,
oh yeah.
So like, I'm just there, just hunkered down. Although I did sneak off for a TikTok gathering in Nashville.
What's a TikTok gathering?
So like a bunch of us creators just got together in Nashville, and
the fact that you just called yourself a TikTok creator bothers me so much.
Why?
Because I look at you and you're like, I'm a TikTok creator. It's like, oh. So what do you? You're a TikTok creator,
mm-hmm.
and you go to a TikTok gathering.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do there?
Drink your face off. Oh my god, dude! I bought so much alcohol. like the first stop I made, like as soon as I landed in Nashville, like some of the other people that were doing it picked a couple of us up from the airport, and I was like, I need a liquor store now. And so, like, I leave with a bottle of Jameson, a bottle of champagne.
Which is my favorite whiskey, Jameson.
Oh, yeah. It's just definitely the smoothest.
That's my top one.
And then, like, I bought, like, 2 packs of beer. I had to go back to the liquor store the very next day.
All right, so TikTok gatherings are the place to be.
Yeah.
I'll look for one out here, and I'm not going on TikTok. I haven't did any... I don't. Have you done virtual online mics, Zoom, and
I was doing them real big, like in the beginning there. I don't care for them, dude.
Yeah.
It's because you can't gauge your jokes by these people in a comment section. You know what I mean?
It's a very weird thing. I've never done one, but I've heard that it's like a lower form. Like if we do an open mic and we tell a joke. And we get like a giggle from comics, we know at a show that's going to be like a pretty decent laugh.
Yeah.
Your gauge of like open mics, if you can get a laugh in the mic, that's a bigger laugh in the show.
Yeah.
So I feel like for Zoom mics, the gauge is lower than that. Like if you get like something a little like anything, you're like, okay, this might be something. But I don't know, I just feel like there's no great gauge for your jokes at all.
I'll tell you this though. After this whole lockdown and everything's over, I'm hitting the store hard. Hard, son.
I feel like you and every other comic who hasn't moved away and quit feels like that. Because I'm in the same boat where I'm like, I'm just in it. Like, I want to go do it every day and write. And one thing, I remember I talked to Stephanie Michelle about this.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess she's different than me because like she can only go do mics when she has a babysitter. So
yeah.
every time that she got to go out, I think she appreciated like, hey, I gotta like get to work. Let's go do this.
Yeah.
I don't know, not for you, but for me, I guess I was more taking it for granted. I was kind of like, I'll go to a fourth wall. I'm like, I'll just write it on the way there. I'll write whenever, but I didn't really like go all out for all the stage time that I was getting. But now I feel like before any mic, I'm gonna be like,
dude, I miss the club so goddamn much. Like,
which club?
Just like the feeling of being in the club, you know.
Yeah. The hang of the back of the room.
hang, you know, you're there. You got this new joke that you're like, oh, this is certain to be a killer. You know, whether it kills or it just falls flat on his face doesn't fucking matter, you know. It doesn't matter, and that like, and just like waiting for your turn to get up and stuff, and just bullshitting with other comedians, you know, talking about the new special that just came out, you know, or just, you know, oh, I really like that joke. What if you take up this or this, you know?
Yeah.
And just like the entire conversation, no matter which way it goes, always seems to be about comedy.
No, for sure. The hang in the back of the room at a like anywhere, comedy wise,
like
is the best part.
Like the audience doesn't know, like we need them way more than they need us. Ridiculously. We need them so much more than they need us.
We really need you guys. We miss this so much.
Dude, and they think they're having a good time. But I honestly think the comedians are having a better time at the comedy club than the audience.
Yeah, I feel like even if you're bombing or whatever, it's all beneficial. It's all like you're learning anywhere.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not a great feeling to bomb, but it's something that you're like, it's not like we're having the worst time. We're learning a new craft in front of people and we're bombing. We're like, okay.
Yeah.
We'll figure this shit out. Gotta tweak some words around.
Yep.
Gotta tweak that. Oh, I was gonna ask you, there's for the podcast, I don't have any, I don't know how you do yours, if you have like certain questions you prepared before, or if you just kind of wing it.
Sometimes I do, like when by the time I was finishing up Comics You Never Heard Of, that you should probably know, see Spotify, iTunes, and YouTube, and Google, and all the other major platforms for further reference.
No, I'm going to edit that part out. I'm going to edit all around that. This is going to be like this. You're going to be like, I'm just going to edit, and we're going to go back to here, and you're drinking your beer. I do want to have a version where I do edit that part out. I think it'd be so funny.
Hilarious.
If you're just like,
the special, just like make a secret YouTube account and just post the edited portion up. And just like issue a challenge to everybody, like, can you find a hidden episode? Right, make Jer D look like an asshole.
That is my favorite thing ever to do that. I legit might do that. I'm not sure. But either way, I'll plug the podcast. I have thousands of viewers every hour now.
Really?
100,000. 200,000.
Are you just trying to compensate because of my TikTok following?
900,000. No. No, but I was saying I don't have... There's like a few questions that I have that I ask every comic because I'm very curious to know.
Okay.
One being, when was the worst time you bombed?
Worst time I bombed.
Like, I have to think about it.
No. There's a couple good ones though. Like there's a couple real good. Oh, I should just quit bombs. You know.
Just driving home, you're like, should I even do this anymore?
Opening for Chris Kattan, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was opening for Chris Kattan, and like I had this new joke about the Westboro Baptist Church I was just stoked about, but I opened with it. And the start of it goes, God hates facts. And that was my opening line. I was still so new into comedy then. And like the premise of the joke was like, pretty sure God would be holding up a sign like "You don't speak for me" or something, or "This guy's an asshole" or something like that. I don't remember what it. In my mind, in my newly developed year and a half being
it's
in the
just
comedy,
crazy how people wouldn't find that funny, man. It's just crazy.
Right? It worked at open mic in front of comedians. Why wouldn't it work at a show? But so I did that, and everybody's just like, "What?"
How long did you have? How long was your set?
5 minutes. It was
Okay.
like one of the longest 5 minutes of my life.
Wait, how'd you get to open for Chris Tan when you were just starting off?
Dude, I was spoiled coming up in comedy, dude. I've been taken on the road.
You started in Montana.
I started in Montana, and like they don't do it as often anymore. The last big one they were supposed to have was Gilbert Gottfried. And I was actually thinking about flying out there to do that show, but he actually canceled on them because of COVID. But yeah, like it used to be every month they do a big headliner show in my hometown, and that was my scene, you know. And so like I opened for people like Chris Kattan, Steve-O.
No, but okay. How? Just because a headliner comes to your town, how did they pick you to headline for that? How did you? Were you a big enough name in your town?
Well, see, Lucas Seeley, one of my comedy mentors, he produces all these shows, and like,
got it.
Yeah, and so that's how I would end up opening for guys like Steven Quezada, Chris Kattan, Jeff Dye, like all these dudes, Chris Porter.
Chris Porter is fucking.
Dude,
out of the ones you mentioned, he's my favorite one.
Yeah,
he's so funny.
He's so funny, and I toured with Chris. Like I toured around with him.
You toured with him and performed, or just followed him?
But like I just toured with him, like performing with him.
So I'm just kidding. So you opened for Chris Porter.
Mm-hmm.
And how many shows?
Like 4 or 5.
And then how long would you do?
Like 5-10 minutes, something like that.
That's pretty dope. I actually like Chris Porter. I'm kind of mad. Fuck you.
And the highest I've ever been in my life was with Chris. This dude's been is at least on 2 decades into this habit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we had a vaporizer, and what I didn't realize, and he was putting it in the vaporizer. And what I didn't realize, because it was after our show, and I'm just like, I didn't realize like it pretty much eliminates the coughing. So I was just like,
At least it wasn't before your set. That would have been fucking terrible. Oh, you just spit in there?
No.
Well, you have dip?
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Do you have it?
Yeah.
You have dip this whole time? I had no idea.
I've been dipping that long. I'm that far into this.
Wait, it's all in here?
Mm-hmm.
What is dip? Isn't it like just little like sharp blades or some shit?
It's not blades.
Well, it has nicotine.
Yeah, it's got nicotine.
But doesn't it cut up your gums or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to be clear, this whole time we've been doing the podcast, you've had a dangerous substance in your mouth, and you've been cutting the lower part of your mouth while also talking comedy.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Very impressive white person.
I liked, I'm not gonna bring that up on your podcast.
What?
I was just gonna bring up that comment you made when you saw me at the gate.
Oh, I said you looked, because it's your look and you're by the gate, and I said you look like you just came back from a Trump rally. Which, I mean, you look like that. That's fine. I have a certain look, but you know it. You wore that hat today.
Yeah.
You woke up and you put on a hat. You're like, you know what? This is it.
I wanted to look special for
you. Look. I would say you do look extra white country today, because I've never seen you with a hat like that before.
Because all my other hats, I won't fucking bring to LA. I bought this I bought this one just so I'd have one I'd feel comfortable wearing here in LA. They all have a purpose, Patrick.
You said, like, I feel like it's just such a huge hat. And you're just like, just want to feel comfortable with. It's like this huge fucking hat. Like, we're so different people, man.
We're so like, how we ever become friends, like, outside of comedy is beyond me.
I feel like comedies are only, if we didn't do stand-up, there'd be no, like, scene where I think we'd ever interact.
No.
Because I don't even think you're, like, a club person or...
No, not.
Or a bar, like a crowded bar person.
I mean,
you seem
I
more
mean,
like...
I don't mind a crowded bar.
Okay.
I don't mind a crowded bar. Like, I
don't know what the context would we both be.
I don't either. Unless we were both drunk at the same bar at the same time.
Yeah.
Like we might become friends for a night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is whatever the fuck.
your name hat.
This is cowboy hat.
Did you dress up for Halloween?
I didn't even leave the house, man. I did go look, because, like, my beard was longer, and I was like, I was looking for new content to do on TikTok, so I went to Spirit in Billings. I was like, I need a Viking costume. And it's Spirit, they're supposed to have everything. They had nothing for anybody to dress up as, like, they had,
Viking?
Yeah.
That would have been dope. I have a Viking helmet in my closet.
I won't put on a Viking helmet because of the Vikings.
Because of the Vikings?
Because of the Vikings.
What about them? Oh, because of the football team.
The football team, yeah.
I thought you meant the real Vikings. I'm like, are they going to be offended? I didn't know what you meant by, like, the real Vikings. What do you mean? Is that like an offensive thing?
Oh, my... So, actually, something really funny happened. Because you know how Amazon has their big sale day, Amazon Day, or whatever it is? Well, apparently...
Black Friday or no?
It's kind of like a Black Friday sale, but it's for Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And they do it, like, in September or something.
No.
Anyways, they had some of those DNA tests. And, like, for years, I've been telling everybody in our family, like, we're pretty much half Norwegian, half Irish. My sister gets one of these tests, does the whole swab thing, sends it off, comes back. Guess what? We are half Irish and half Scandinavian. I was like, why did you? We
didn't need to know this.
It's like our grandfather has traced our roots back to the 1700s on Dad's side. Like, what are you investigating for?
Jesus. To hear all of that, I just, like, when people are like, oh, I'm, like, European, it's like, white.
Yeah, we're white. We're basic white bitches.
Just white. I'm European, this blah, blah, blah. She's just white, man. I'm Irish and all that, just to me, and my little small dumb mind, is just white.
When people ask me if I'm mixed, I do love that question, though. I'm like, yeah, I'm
People ask you if you're mixed?
Once in a while. It doesn't happen often. This isn't
There's no way. There's no way if I just meet you, we're talking at the bar, we're anywhere, like, are you mixed with anything? There's no way I'm thinking that.
But, like, I do love that question, though, because I always say yes. I'm always like, yeah. I always go, I'm half Irish and half Norwegian. I'm half white mixed with some more white. Whole lot of white, baby!
True shit. Whole lot of white. Oh, wait, you never finished some, so then you did your 5-minute set, and you bombed.
Yeah. It was, like, dead silence the entire time. One of my friends was, like, in the front row. She's screaming, come on, Jer! I was like, shut up, Leah! Shut the fuck up!
So you're bombing and she's, like, cheering you on? Or just...
Yeah!
Oh, no.
She's also drunk off her ass.
Oh, what did you say when she said that?
I didn't say anything, but in my mind, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut up, you drunk bitch.
Did you do better after that?
No. No, it was a terrible set the entire time. Then there was another set. I was probably like 4 or 5 months into doing comedy. I wasn't like a decade in like I am now.
You're a decade into comedy.
Decade into comedy.
But are you though?
Fuck off.
So 4 or 5 months in.
And I'm doing like this show that's just going all day. It's way too long. Way too long of a show. Like they have repeated people going up on stage.
Wait, what?
Like people are coming off stage, then later on going back up.
Hold on. At a show, the actual show, the comic would go up and do a set. They would get down. A few more comedians go up. Then they go back up.
Yeah.
On the same show.
Dude, you have to know that the guy running this show is insane. He's an insane person.
Follow-up question. Is this in Montana?
This is in Montana.
Okay. Continue.
And it's like some sort of like fundraiser or something. It's a bunch of bikers there. I'm on stage. I'm doing the comedy. I'm doing terrible. Doing just awful. And this guy comes in and he goes, "Get the fuck off the stage." And I was so new in the comedy, like I didn't have anything like quick to just fire back at him. So I'm like waiting for it to come to me, and I just go, "No."
What was your idea?
I was like, and then like inside my head, I'm like, "Get the fuck off the stage."
So you handled a heckle by just saying no. Hey, you fucking suck. The fuck off the stage. No. That was your, like, I'm gonna get him. No.
Like it felt like 2 minutes before I said no. I'm sure it was much quicker.
Wow.
But like in my mind, I'm like, I gotta burn this guy down. Nothing's coming. Nothing. No.
Have you been heckled after that, or more times after that?
Oh, dude, the further out
in Montana, they heckle a lot more.
Well, like there's this one time I was doing this show. It was a great show. I was hosting it. It was going like everybody's having fun. Everybody's laughing at my jokes and stuff. And like you know how like sometimes because you're trying to relate to the audience, right?
Yeah.
Like you're trying to make a connection there. And this one guy like I start talking about something, I don't remember what. And this guy goes, "Oh my God, me too!" And he starts talking and talking, and so I just had to look at him. I go, "Shut up!" And he just realizes what he's doing. He's like, "Shit, so fuck, damn it! Why am I so close to the front? Fuck, everybody's gonna know who I am." Yeah. So as time progressed, like I started to figure out how to handle different situations. Like this guy didn't like mean to be a bother or anything, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't mean to be a heckler. He was just really excited.
Excited that he can relate. Oh shit! I think someone else has the same thought. Like, oh, that's funny or whatever.
Yeah, and like I wasn't mean or malice about it. I was just like, "Shut up," you know.
Oh man.
Which obviously he got really embarrassed, which I kind of feel bad about. But like,
you have to acknowledge? Did you acknowledge it after?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you can't just be like, "Shut up." So, anyways, I was going and
so I'm getting this handy.
Yeah. So that always here. So you definitely have to go back to it and be like, something, because there would be that awkwardness in the room if you're just like, "Shut the fuck up," and you just go back to what you're doing.
Well, actually, I remember what happened. Actually, so I go, "Shut up," and then everybody just kind of go. Like, everybody starts smiling and just kind of going. And I was like, okay, so they know. And so I did just go back into it, actually, but like it was fine. They're like, "Tim had that coming."
Yeah. Tim. He's white.
Oh, he lives in northern Nevada. Or not Nevada, Montana. You've been
Nevada?
Yeah. You ever been to Nevada? Yeah, I feel like you've been to Nevada.
Yeah. Or Vegas.
Vegas.
Does that count?
Counts.
Okay, because I feel like Vegas, it's its own.
I don't know.
Place.
See, I've been to Vegas. I've never done Vegas. I want to go do Vegas.
Oh, you have to go do Vegas.
Dude, me, and Andy should plan like.
That would be chaos.
I
can't even.
That'd be the hangover scenario
Not
in real life.
only can I not afford it, that I like. That would legit. Because there's people when we go out and like if you get too drunk, hey, yo, watch out, like yo, let's take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
None of us
can be that person.
We can be, but we would also think it's funnier to let them go through it.
True.
Like I'm very like nice to people drinking. I'm to you. Hey, you can crash my couch. Don't drive home.
Yeah.
Hey, just get drunk here. Whatever the case, I'm very like make sure everyone's whatever. But if we're in Vegas, it's funny to me. Like if you're being like drunk and sloppy, it's like let's see what happens. Like the same with you would be to like if I'm being dumb drunk and you're like yo, just let them fuck up. Go ahead. Like we would be the worst, dude. It would be a lot of whiskey. It would be we'd get kicked out somewhere and there'd be a fight almost starting. And I feel like someone would want to fuck with you.
Yeah.
I feel like at some point.
Oh, dude, I'm such
a
target.
Fuck Trump. Do people do that?
No.
No one's ever come up to me like fuck Trump because I feel like they would automatically think like that's your guy.
Yeah.
And be like, man, fuck it.
Well, I've also been in Montana the past 4 months too, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all like Trump people.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My sister actually, there was this big decal, and I'm not gonna say my political beliefs, just because like I don't want to isolate anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I voted for who I voted for, and that's that.
Yeah, you're scared. You're scared to announce it here in front of thousands of people, but.
But my sister is very highly liberal, and there was this truck parked on our street, and it just had like this big decal across the back windshield said Trump 2020. So my sister was like, and so she ordered like LGBTQ Biden stickers, and she was gonna go stick them on the truck.
That would have been fucking perfect.
She was gonna do it in the middle of the night. I was like, you realize you're gonna have to like walk up, and like she's not much of a walker or anything, you know. Like you realize to pull this off, you're gonna have to walk down the street. And she's like, well, you can just drive up there. I'm like, that's how you get caught, bitch.
Yeah. You gotta be sneaky.
like you gotta be silent as the night, motherfucker. But the truck was only on the street a couple days, and then we didn't see it again, and so she didn't. It ended up like on her computer or something, I think.
So you ruined the shot to put that sticker on.
Well, she ordered them on Amazon.
How dare! I feel like if when the whole election thing happened, people were like, there was like a video of like Los Feliz, like the street, and everyone's like celebrating and fucking whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a feeling if you were there celebrating, people would like be like, "What the fuck is going on here? Are you at the wrong place?" Oh man!
But nobody here will ever know. You guys will never know.
No one's watching this. I can't speak for your thing, but
I think it's empty right now, but I'm sure that would be.
I don't know. For me, I mainly do. I like doing this because it keeps me busy, but mainly because I get to talk to comics again. Because that hang in the back of the room.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gone now. Mm-hmm. There's a few mics here and there, and
they're all in parks and shit.
Yeah, I went to one the other last week. Mm-hmm. It's fucking cold and a park, and there's dogs or people walking their dogs and loud barking, and I'm like,
this isn't the same.
Already mics are hard enough.
Yeah.
And now it's like people that you can't see. It was like not Griffith Park, fucking Echo Park.
Oh.
And like, there's a little hill, and then people were there with blankets, and it was pitch black. Only the people, if you had a mic, and then there's people behind them. They were lit kind of, and they were walking their dogs. So just regular people walking, being loud or doing whatever, and like, it's just like the sound was weird. Everything. I'm like, this is a weird.
This isn't the spot. This isn't the spot. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to bring myself to do one of those park mics.
I don't know. I know I'm going. I saw that Andy has a show at one tomorrow.
Dude,
But I have
Andy
plans. I'm gonna try to do it next weekend.
was this when I was still back in Montana. And he was bragging to me, and he's like, "Man, I'm getting booked so much." I'm like, "Yeah, in the fucking park. Good for you, dude."
I'm gonna send him this clip. Good job in the fucking park behind a movie theater. Fuck you, Andy.
He's like, "What are you bragging about?"
Oh man.
He's like, "I'm getting booked a lot and I'm getting laughs." I'm like, "Yeah, because nothing's funny anymore. We're reaching out and grabbing onto whatever we can, asshole."
I know, dude. Fuck. What's your favorite comedy special you've watched during this whole quarantine?
Oh, it's gotta be Hey Big Boy. Hey Big Boy was great.
Oh, Bert?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bert was good.
Came right at the beginning of it too.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, well, it might be the end of the world, but at least I get one more Bert Kreischer special.
Well, he's actually been doing shows.
Has he?
He's been doing drive-in shows, so.
Oh.
Because I feel if you're a big enough comic, like I know Bill Burr's doing it, Bert, you can do a whole drive-in theater, drive-in style thing, and you can do it that way.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so they've been doing that, but you can't, if you don't have a big enough name, you can't obviously do that.
Yeah.
But
well, you can, but it's gonna break you, and nobody's gonna come.
Yeah, we're comics, we're all pretty broken enough. It's like, man.
I don't need that kind of rejection in my life.
No, I feel like I would want to go to one of those drive-in shows to see how
it feels.
Yeah, well, kind of like I feel like a lot of things going on now, and like 20 years from now, we're gonna look back and be like, "What was that? What was 2020 all about? We had to wear masks for you? What the fuck?" And then everything's gonna be normal. So going back and being like, "Oh yeah, it was comedy. We had to do a drive-in comedy, like all that shit that."
I think 2020 will be like back like when people are like doing their new versions of The Cabin or whatever and stuff, you know.
So what?
The Cabin with Bert Kreischer, his new show on Netflix. You didn't watch it?
No.
Oh, it's really good.
I saw a trailer and there's other funny people in it.
Yeah, like basically he's trying to find balance in his life.
Okay.
And so he tells his wife, I'm gonna go up to this cabin. I'm just gonna relax, a little R&R. And he calls her up. And he's like, so I can't find balance if I'm not working at all. So I'm gonna do a show. I'm gonna film a show while I'm up there. And she's like, you're supposed to be alone. You're inviting a bunch of your friends, aren't you? And he's like, yep, Tom's already here.
How long have you been dipping for?
Oh, too long, dude. Stupid as fuck.
When did you start dipping?
When I was 16. It was just.
And you're 55 now.
Fuck off. It's the stupidest thing, dude. Stupidest thing I ever did. We were living in northern Michigan at the time. And I had just joined high school football. And then.
I thought you were just going to say. Sorry,
I just started sucking dick.
I thought you were going to say. I just joined high school, which would be a weird way to say I just started high school. Like, I just joined it, and I don't know why that popped in my head, dude. Fuck, alright, you were in high school.
I was in high school, and, like, I started playing football, like, my sophomore year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I played a couple games, got bumped to varsity pretty quickly.
How big were you in high school?
I weighed less, but I was pretty much the same size I am now.
Well, how tall? Well, how tall are you now?
6'1". I quit growing when I was 13.
Gotcha. So then you were pretty big, and then you started off sophomore, then you got bumped up to varsity.
Yeah, like I played a couple games with the JV, and they're like, then one day I got practice, so like, and like my coaches were just like, you're practicing on the other side of the field today. I was like, what? And they're like, varsity, dumbass, go. And I'm like, okay. And so the varsity always had like a meal the night before a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And usually like they were at another player's house or something. So we go, I think we were at like Aaron Eastham's house or something. Aaron, if you're watching this, sorry to call you out by name, brother. Semper Fi, do or die, all that stuff. He later became a Marine. So,
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'll never forget this. They order Pizza Hut. They get meat lovers. I love meat lovers.
Actually, pretty decent.
Yeah. So I'm just like shoving the meat lovers in, dude. Just loving it. I'm like, we do this before every game. This is great. And then like everybody goes to the driveway after the meal. They all circle up. They're pulling out like lawn chairs and coolers, anything and everything they can to sit on. I didn't bring anything, so I'm just like, what are we doing? And they all start taking out cans of dip, or like some of them have like Ziploc baggies. So they've taken their dad's dip and just like.
So everyone's dipping?
Everybody. And the guys who don't have dip, like they're bumming dips from somebody else. And
so they're making you dip.
They're not making me dip, but like eventually somebody's like, Jerry, you need dip? I was like, yeah. And so I take this dip. I'm dipping for like 5 minutes. And like I quickly turn there and I'm like, yo, where's your bathroom at, man? Because like I just wanted an excuse to get into the garage. He's like, oh, you go in here, you go in the garage and you go through the door and you pee. As soon as I was in the garage, I opened the door to the backyard. I run across his backyard, hop up on his fence, and right into the neighbor's yard.
Really?
Yeah.
You just fucking...
Just... Just... It was awful.
That's awful because you just didn't like the taste of...
No, because it made me sick, dude.
Like, legit.
Like I got all dizzy.
So then... You had that feeling of like, this is the worst fucking thing.
Yeah.
When was the next time you dipped after that?
Next Thursday before the game.
So then, I didn't know your mindset. So then, next week you go there, and you're like, dude, I had to fucking puke over the fence, and it's the worst feeling. And they're like, hey, Jer D, you want dip?
And I was like, yep! And I did that for a few weeks. And then, like... I start hanging out with these guys, you know, because like now I'm with them all the time on the field. So like now I'm just, you know, and like we're going through school. They're like, you need a dip? I'm like, sure. And then like before you know it, I'm buying my own. I'm dipping when there's nobody else around. It's a vicious circle, and I've been stuck in this hell for 17 years.
17 years of dipping. How many times do you dip a week?
I don't know.
A day.
Probably 6, 7.
Day?
I don't even want to think about it, dude.
Wait, what is that? I mean, not 6 or 7 packs a day. Like a pack, and then a dip is like one handful or whatever.
Yeah, like
little pinch.
Yeah, like a lot of people like I pinch it like this.
Like 6 or 7 pinches a day.
Mm-hmm.
How much does a pack cost of dip?
Here it's like $10 a tin.
So you just spend that much.
Yeah, I bought it like a roll of it before I left Montana.
So you have all the dip. Have you ever had a girlfriend or something that didn't like that you dipped? And then you
I stopped for a while. Then
because of what? Because of a girl?
No.
Just because you stopped on your own.
I just stopped on my own.
For what reason?
Just because I was like, because like we left Michigan. I was like, all right, I'm not around those guys anymore. Going to Montana.
I can't fake this any longer. Your gums are all bleeding. I can't fake this any longer.
And then, like, I started dating this girl. Her name was Holly. She's real cute. Real cute. Met her in MIP class. Minor in possession.
Minor in what?
In possession. I got caught with booze. And she'd actually gotten 2.
Minor. Oh, so you were like.
I was still a teenager.
Okay, and you had to go to class for that?
Yeah, you had to go to class for that.
Would they teach you not to drink?
Yeah.
So you're legal?
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
Montana?
Yeah, Montana.
Okay.
And she'd actually gotten 2 MIPs.
So she was the one.
Well, she got 1 for tobacco. She got 1 for alcohol. And her tobacco one was for dipping. And, like, every time I go to kiss this girl, dude, it's like putting a new Copenhagen in. Finally, one day, I just broke down. I was like, yo, can I have a dip? She was like, here,
And you what in Copenhagen?
Copenhagen.
Is that what I don't know what that is? Oh, is that the brand?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like a cool country thing you were teaching me. So is this your brand?
Yeah, that's my brand.
Because actually our sponsor for today.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Satisfaction since 1822. Warning: smokeless tobacco is addictive. Do you think you're addicted?
No, I can quit whenever I want.
Okay.
I'm just playing the long game, okay?
17 years long. Oh man, what are the not the side effects or the downfall of it? It's the same as smoking cigarettes, right? It fucks up your. Does it fuck up your lungs though?
It doesn't fuck up your lungs. It can fuck up like your gums. It can fuck up your throat.
What happens long term? I don't know if you Googled it. Long term to like your gums.
I could lose part of my jaw, honestly.
Are your gums, I would say they're normal now or they're different?
I mean, they've definitely
I
seen better days.
I want to see your gums.
I'm not showing you
Just
my gums.
show them from far away.
Well, there's dip in there right now.
Oh,
You're
I
not
don't
gonna
want to see that dip.
Yeah.
But like 17 years of that happening, I feel like your gums are they black now?
No, not black. They're red.
I think they're just torn up like.
Honestly, you can't even see the wear and tear, like unless you have
Really?
unless you have like a microscope.
And then you're like, oh damn, that's.
No, that's fucked up.
Oh man, we're different people indeed. Holy shit.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think outside us being friends for a night, drunk in a bar, or outside of comedy, I don't see us hanging out.
But that's the best part about comedy. I feel like you meet different types of people, and you have I would never know half the shit. Like you would have told me about anything about Montana or anything even today, if I just hung out with my friends from Chicago.
Yeah.
Who are like me. We're just city guys who are just more whatever. But I would never know I can't talk to my friend fucking TJ about dip. We've never dipped in our life. Any of that shit. None of that. I do have, I think, 2 more questions. Well, one of it being, what was your most embarrassing moment? This is what I've never asked, but it just came to me right now. And I figured you've had hundreds of them.
Okay. Yes. But it actually panned out. Actually, I'm opening for Doug Stanhope for the first time ever.
I can't ask about an embarrassing moment and it end with you being yeah, I'm opening for Doug. How?
Okay, no, listen. So I'm on stage. I'm fucking killing them right now. I'm getting laughs without even trying. You know when you're just in the zone, you're like, I fucking own this room. You know that feeling? But you know what I'm talking about.
No, I know the feeling where you're like, damn, everything I do is hidden.
All of a sudden, the cord falls out of the microphone. Just in the middle of me, just. And I'm like, oh no! This is gonna ruin everything! So I go to pick up the cord, and as I go down, I accidentally kick it farther away. I'm like, why is this happening? And so I get the cord, plug it into the mic, and I'm just freaked out. I'm like, all of a sudden, ah! They thought it was all part of it, dude. And so I just and so I'm getting this handy. And they just went along for the ride. Oh my God. But those few seconds, which seemed 5 minutes in themselves.
Yeah.
It was I was like, no, I'm opening for Stanhope! Why is this happening to me?
Oh, the dip. I'll give you money if you drink that dip bottle.
I'm doing quite all right. Thank you.
What's your favorite moment in comedy?
Favorite moment in comedy?
Or like one that sticks out. It doesn't have to necessarily be like, oh, the biggest show or the best set. Like, what's a moment that sticks out in comedy? Like,
Look at my own show, like a month or two after I moved to LA. I secure a spot at the Ice House, legendary Ice House, in the main room. Go there, nail the set. And I just thought, man, this is every reason I moved here. Like this, being able to do this every night is the goal. Like that was a great moment for me. Just being in that room, my jokes just going off. One of the best feelings I ever had. Better than opening for all those big names. Just, it meant something, you know what I mean?
I can see it. So you're trying to do your own show now out here? Would that be something you're going to try to pursue, like especially even during this time, like get like a backyard or park, or you know what I mean, like an area?
Maybe. No, I'm still not crazy. I mean, I know that even before this, there was a few shows that were held outside. They were quite successful.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. All I'm certain of right now is that I'm writing, and when the clubs turn the lights back on, I'm going to do everything in my power to be a regular at one of those big clubs, especially the store.
Have you watched a documentary on this?
Oh, dude, it made me so, like, I thought this was going to be great, but it actually just made me so sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was one of the, like, it was very inspirational and motivating for me to be like, man, I want to do that. But then, like, sad to be like, man, this is like,
I miss this.
Yeah, I really want to go back on stage right now.
Yeah. Like,
did you watch all 5 parts?
I watched all 5 parts, and like it took me forever to get through them because like I had to stop in the middle of episodes to do this. Like I can't right now. I can't.
Yeah, I rewatched a few of them.
I don't know if I'm gonna be like, it was great. Like I loved it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to rewatch it though, dude. Just the like right now anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
such, like, for performers like us, it's such an emotional time right now. Like we are struggling.
Yeah, everyone's trying to find new avenues to an outlet for like comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told you, I've been trying to make videos of my Twitch streaming, something like another avenue to be like, fuck, I want to do that. But I think what I'm gonna end up doing is, right now I'm working that job. I'm slowly getting out of my debt, which is not that much. So once I'm not clear, I want to save up and buy like a whole mic and buy like the system for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I have enough people or know enough comics to be like, I can put on a good mic or show.
Yeah.
Especially because I've hosted my own mic. I feel like I have experience in doing all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I can find a decent spot and be like, yo.
Flapper's gonna have you back? Are you gonna be the
Saturday? No, they won't. No, I came back from China.
That's
when COVID was still
fairly new.
Yeah, so then I went back, and then they had I take over my spot, which is awesome. But I told them, hey, can I go back to hosting because I'm back? Like, oh no, we already gave it to I. And I was like,
I'm Flapper's royalty, damn. You can't do this to me.
I don't know. It was all cocky. Like, fuck, I can come back and just take it over. And they're like, nah. I'm like, shit.
Dude, you're like, I remember when you were leaving, you're like, I'm leasing my room out. Who wants my room? I'm gone 4 months.
I leased my room, yeah. I leased it.
You're like, I'm gone 4 months, suckers. Doing movies. Doing
motherfucking movies. I'm a movie star.
2 weeks later. Hi.
So COVID happened.
Hi guys.
It was a cool I would say the beginning of it felt really cool, like training with the military, like going to the actual set, getting our blocking kind of, the uniforms, like everything was like, it felt legit. Like I have.
You're like, this is what we do.
I'll show you a picture. I'm not allowed to post legally for the.
I've seen. I think you showed it to me.
And that one, I probably at the club, and that's like my favorite. Like I saw that, like, dude, that was like.
Is it when you're in like all that combat gear and stuff?
Like legit. I'm like, this is like.
Your hair's all slicked back. You're like,
I'm like, I'm moving stuff. So that to me was like, that would have been dope as fuck to do. So, it was definitely a cool thing. Where I'm like, I can't wait to film something in that caliber again. But yeah, I just, even when I was over there, I missed comedy. I wanted to like, if I go back, I'd want to like bring a mic and like start like just. I want to do something. Like I gotta.
Oh, he's got to do karaoke. No, motherfucker.
Yeah,
this is Asia.
I legit would do. I would start open mic there. I swear, if they put me back in China, I'll bring a suitcase and have like a little mic, and then tell them, hey, every Monday after fucking our training or whatever, in the fucking chow hall, we'll do a mic. It's something like I would want to do that.
Yeah. Did you you know where Callahan's at? What's
He
that?
moved to Hawaii.
Did you go back to Hawaii?
Cause I remember when I was reaching out to people to be on my podcast, I reached out to him, and he told me, I think he told me he quit comedy. He quit and he moved to Hawaii.
Dude, Darius Culpepper recently told me he quit. I was like, oh,
really?
No. Yeah, like
He's funny.
He's so funny. I'm like,
he quit?
He said he's like, man, I'm retired.
Like, that sounds like Darius. It's the deepest voice.
Dude, I wrote a joke about Darius.
I'm retired.
I wrote a joke about Darius's voice, like, because remember I used to live with him?
No.
Yeah, back at CJ's old place.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, and like sometimes when he'd say something, he'd be like, hey, yo, Jer, I'd be like, yes, Lord. And so
Lord?
I wrote a joke about that. Like, God?
Hello?
Very funny, asshole. And then sometimes at night...
Wait, he's still here or did he move?
No, you can still hear it.
Okay. He didn't quit then.
Yeah, no. I'm going to drag his ass back into it if I have to.
I feel like if you moved out of state and you don't plan to come back, then you quit.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah. And so, you should get him. We should make him do this.
I'd be down. I mean, I personally never met him. I guarantee he knows me. I've known him. We've seen each other perform. Like, I know that for a fact. But I've never been like sad. I remember even one time I told him we did the Laugh Factory audition, and I just won the house spot. And I came back like the next week, and I did my longer set, and then I went again, and I was back to just being like on the whatever, which is great. I love it. And he had won the previous house spot, so he was back doing his house spot.
Mm-hmm. And
he had a fucking so funny set. I remember the intro they gave him was a bad intro to kind of like already, like, I can tell, like, man, like, it was one of those, like, this guy's really funny, he won last week, so all the other comics were like, okay, and he still was funny. I'm like, that was good. After, I was like, dude, that was a really good set you had.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you.
Dude, that dude, I think it would only work here in Hollywood, but, like, I legitimately think, like, he could hire himself out to read people, like, bedtime stories professionally.
He should do if he can make like a video thing or an app or something to.
Yeah.
He has that fucking.
He's got that voice,
very deep voice, bro.
Dude, every time he talks to me, I feel like I'm pregnant. You know what I mean?
No, definitely. If you're still cool with him, I'll definitely reach out to him and. I want to have him on here. Cause I know a few people I reached out to either don't do comedy anymore or they moved away, and I'm like, fuck.
Dude, Sal bit the dust on LA.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
I know he. I was gonna have him on. He left to go visit his family.
Yeah, he said he thinks he's moving to like Austin. I think he said.
Shit. Yeah, dude.
Dude, they're falling like
left
and right.
A lot of people I know. Like, I know Cole Alexander is still going to like as many mics as he can.
Yeah,
I respect him for, and I've talked to him, and he's like, dude, a lot of people like aren't going or this or that. And I'm like, fuck. or moved away. I'm like,
dude, good. The
traffic.
I'm glad you're gone.
The traffic's me gone. We can go to Mike's freely now when they open back up.
Stay gone. Remember, you said you quit. You have to take that seriously. I don't need more competition.
I can't wait. Dude, I'm telling you, the first day the store opens up for Mike.
Oh, dude.
Flooded.
Let me in.
Flooded.
Oh, dude. Everybody's going to be like, I'm the next Andy Kaufman.
Yeah. God, I do want to rewatch that documentary. I think I will ask you the final question because I usually end it with the worst time you bombed, but you told me a good amount of that.
Oh, yeah.
You definitely, best comedy moment. Is there a question that you ask on your podcast that you wish people asked you? Because, spoiler alert, I would ask you right now.
A question I really like to ask people is like, what's the big picture look like in the future?
Damn, I asked that question. I word it differently though.
Really?
You said what's a big picture like? I say, what's your goal? Your comedy goals or something. But I'll ask you that. So what's your big picture like?
At least one Netflix special.
Okay.
Or like some streaming app special that I don't have to pay for. That I don't have to produce then sell later.
Yeah.
And I guess like just being able to like show up to the club, like any club, and just be like, yo, can I get up? And then just ruining some guy like you and me's night, you know what I mean? Like just that,
Just
like
bumping everybody.
just like fuck, Jer D just showed up. God, I'm not getting up now. My night's fucked.
About to do 3 hours of new material. What the fuck, man?
and just like, you know, yeah, just ruining starting comedians' night. Like that's big goal.
So to be clear, your big picture is to ruin other comedians' dreams.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I think that's a good positive note to end the podcast now. If there's anything I take away from this, it's good. I just want to ruin everyone else's dreams. If they have any, I want to crush it.
Like you're just gonna edit out this part of the part about the special and all the hard work.
All that, all the very sincere. Like I just want to have a special and do this for my family. Anything you all meant in that, I'm gonna be like, just want to ruin every comedian's dreams.
Oh, all right.
Well, it's been fun. This would make it the end of the episode. Thank you for coming on, dude. It's always been fun to talk to you, and hopefully we can go to a mic soon or anything comedy wise.
If you're not, follow me on TikTok at JERD
Edit point
comedy. JERD, and then the word comedy, all one word. Find me there for lots of funny little content. Or a lot of rubber ducks. Yeah, I filmed a video the other day. Used over 3,000 rubber ducks. I couldn't make this up if I wanted to.
I feel like we already ended the podcast, but one final quick question. How much is 3,000 rubber ducks cost?
Well, over 600 of them were donated. From my viewers on TikTok, actually. And so I spent more money than I'd like to admit, though, on rubber ducks.
Just throw a number. Just give me a number, please.
Over 100. I'll say that much. Over 100.
All right, fair enough. That's the end of the episode. Later.